Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day. Wherever you are, wherever you're seeing this, I hope you are good. So guys, today we're going to be doing a collective reading, the message that you need to hear right now. I pulled a bunch of oracle cards, so we're just going to go ahead and get into this message. Like I told you guys, my priority as we're stepping into the end of this year, and we are almost at the end of 2024, but my priority has just been to give you guys the messages that you need. I feel like we've all just been trying to interpret what God is trying to tell us. So I just want to make sure I give you guys as many messages as I can as we are ending 2024 and stepping into 2025. So even if there are a little bit of gray areas in your life, you're able to get clarity on those things and make it make sense. So let's go ahead and get into it. I hope you guys had a great Christmas holiday. I hope you guys were able to rest and enjoy time with friends and family. If you guys want to book sessions with me, get connected with me to help with your business, help with your spiritual journey, whatever the case may be, one-on-one sessions, check down below in the description box to see where you can book your session and get into it. The tarot class is still available. The releasing sessions are still available. The mentorships are still available. So make sure you guys go ahead and get into it and get yourself right as we step into 2025. Now let's go ahead and get into these cards. I want to get right into it. So let's get into the tea. Let's go ahead and start off with this oracle deck. So let's get into it, guys. So first we have cornucopia. We have victory, and we also have storm warning. So let's go ahead and get into this. Again, what do you need to know right now? The message that you need to hear. So cornucopia and victory. There's definitely a lot of abundance on the way. You're going to be successful. You are going to be coming out victorious in whatever you've been battling. So whatever hardships you've been dealing with, these things have been happening to grow you and strengthen you. We know that by now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we've been dealing with from 2020 on, and for some of us even before then, whatever you've been struggling with has been preparing you for this new season. Whatever that may mean, whatever God is getting you ready for, that's what you've been prepping for this entire time. So know that there's some abundance on the way. And if you feel like God has forgotten you, he hasn't. If you feel like God has forgotten about what you've asked for, or your prayers or your healing or your blessings, he has not. You've just been getting prepared for those things. And maybe it seems like you've been getting prepared too rough. Maybe it seems like the boot camp has been a little bit too much. Maybe it seems like you had the extra struggle package for 2024. But I think it's important to remember that we don't know where our blessings are going to take us. Only God knows. So we have to just trust that we're being prepared in the way that we need to be prepared. And again, with storm warning, okay, just what I said, you don't know what's coming with your blessings. So some of us, with your money, with your job, with your marriage, with your new baby, with your new house, with your new whatever, you're going to be also getting some issues, some stress, some doubt, some confusion, some conflict, some problems, within the relationship in your life. Who knows what it's going to be, but there's a storm warning coming. So I feel like everything that you've been stepping into, what you've been learning, how you've been getting prepared for this abundance and for this victory, it's also going to prepare you for the issues that are coming as well. So you're not just getting prepared to get your blessing, you're also getting prepared to deal with whatever is going to come with that blessing. So just be mindful of that and know that there are things that we are not prepared for. There are things that we do not know that are going to be attached to our gifts. And I always tell you guys, if you knew what was going to be attached to some of the things that you wanted, you might not want it. If you knew that you had to lose this person or learn this lesson or go through this hardship to get X, Y, and Z, maybe you feel like, maybe I don't need X, Y, and Z. Maybe I don't need this right now because I don't want to go through this to get this. But, this is your calling. This is what you're stepping into. So be open to it, whatever may come from it. We have not the right time, take action, and it's up to you. Let's get into this. Not the right time, take action. And we also have it's up to you. I kind of want to pull a few more cards. I'm going to say what these cards say, signs and reminders and healing energy. Just because I wanted to get some clarity, because we have take action, but we also have it's not the right time. Signs and reminders and healing energy. Signs and reminders and healing energy. Okay, this gave me what I needed. So take action. It's not the right time. I feel the same. What am I supposed to be doing? Energy that you guys are feeling like, what am I supposed to be doing? So again, God has not forgotten about you. When we have the energy of take action, I have told you guys before that taking action always looks different. It doesn't always look like working every day. It doesn't always look like strategizing every day. Sometimes taking action means resting, prayer, meditation, fasting, staying inside, being isolated. Taking action sometimes means patience. Sometimes it means waiting on the right time. Sometimes it means realizing, okay, I'm not ready yet. How can I prepare? And sometimes it just means looking for a sign. Sometimes taking action means observing everything around you, so when the sign comes, you can see it. We have signs and reminders. So there's definitely going to be a lot of signs that we're going to be stepping into as the end of this year and as we step into 2025. So just be on the lookout for that. And we also have healing energy. So we know that this is bigger than whatever we're getting. We know that this is also about us releasing some things, us healing some things, us maybe turning over a new leaf, us recognizing how we need to leave some stuff behind. So really be open to taking action and seeing everything as taking action. It's not the right time. So there are definitely some things that we need to kind of iron out, or you might be stepping into one blessing and you're already ready for the next thing. So either way, it's not the right time. I feel like it's a message to kind of slow your roll and to wait a little bit before you step into the next thing. Even if you just got one opportunity and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the next thing. Take your time. Take your time and see everything that you're doing as a part of your plan. The rest, the good days, the bad days, the confusion, asking for help. See it all as a part of your plan, and don't do what I did. Don't feel like taking action and it's not the right time, can't be in the same space. You can be called to take action, but also be called to wait. And that could be just as important as the first steps that you're taking. So some of us, you feel this energy of go, 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 but you also feel the energy of pausing to looking around, pausing to say, what is this? Or what is this? Or what the hell is happening? But that might be feeling conflicting to you because you want to go, 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 go. So maybe the action that we're supposed to be taking is up here and in here. Maybe we should be having a more spiritually actionable plan and an emotionally, actionable plan. Actions that we can take that will benefit us in ways that aren't tangible. Things that we can do that will help us outside of what we feel like we need to be doing. I just finished a session where I was telling someone, if you want to have the goal of working out, but you don't have time to work out, you can also start eating better, start drinking more water, start getting more rest. If your goal is a healthier lifestyle, there's ways to do it besides one thing. So I feel like that's what we have, coming up right now. If your goal is one thing, there's ways to step in it besides just doing that one thing. If you want to start a business, there's ways to take action besides investing your money into the business. You can read books, you can attend classes, you can get a mentorship, you can join a networking group, you can do a vision board. There's so many things that you can do that will lead you to where you want to be that might not look like, what you feel you need to be doing. So just be open to that. We have signs and reminders. So the reason we have signs is because we may feel like we want to do this, but we get a sign that tells us to do something totally different. So you really want to listen and trust the signs that you're getting right now, because the signs are coming from up high. The signs aren't coming from your fear, your anxiety, and what you need to do. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I have to go to school for 20 years to, make this amount of money. I have to do this to be happy. I have to do this to be secure. And God says, nope, I'm just going to give it to you right now. You actually don't have to work for 5 years or 10 years or at all. I'm just going to give it to you right now. There's so many people that have been blessed and they've done nothing. We've been blessed and haven't done nothing. So don't always think that you know the route that you're supposed to take, or don't always feel like you can't get what you want because you haven't started certain steps. You can get whatever God has for you if that's what God wants you to have. Regardless of what people think you should be doing or what you feel you should be doing, you can have it. And it's up to you. It's up to you. So it's so important right now to not let anybody or anything disrupt your mind. If you aren't feeling like you're doing the right thing, then it's because of you. This is a very hold yourself accountable, be responsible for what you want, be responsible for your own dreams and visions type of time. If you feel like you need other people to motivate you or support you, this is time to be your own accountability partner. And you can have those outside relationships, but it's going to be up to you at the end of the day, because the actions that you're being called to take, it barely makes sense to you. So how the hell is it going to make sense to a stranger or someone that doesn't know what God has been saying to you? Maybe it will make sense to them, and maybe they will be able to support you and motivate you in that. And maybe it won't make sense to them. Maybe they'll say, oh, girl, you're crazy for doing this. Oh, you're going to keep doing this. It doesn't make sense to me. So you really, really want to make sure that you're just kind of buckling down into where you want to be led, and you're not letting anything distract you from that, because it's very specific where you're being called to step into. So let's go ahead and get into these cards, guys. We don't have too many left, so let's get into it. We have Kite, Vacation. We have Mountain, major challenge to overcome. We have Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. We have Quill, get back to the basics. And we also have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So you guys might have someone older in your life that could be giving you guys some wisdom or some advice. With this unicorn and with this mountain, major challenges to overcome, and use your intuition. So just what I was saying, you have a major challenge to overcome. You have this mountain in front of you, and God is like, just think about the mountain. And you're like, no, I need to get my chisel. I need to get my hammer. I need to start, knocking down this mountain. I need to put hammer. And God is like, no, just think about the mountain. Just use your intuition. Just think about how you want this mountain to move. Envision the mountain moving. Think about what you're going to do when the mountain moves. Think about how you can prepare yourself to be strong enough to hold up the axe and break the mountain in the first place. That's what we're being called to do. We're being called to seek like I said, an action plan that's based on what we're doing spiritually, that's based on what we're doing emotionally, that's based on everything else. Because you can get a plan that's just based on your practicality, because we can easily get a plan that's just based on executing tasks and do it. But you're being called to do more than just check off a to-do list. You're being called to change on the inside. You're being called to become a different person, to take on a different energy, to reprogram your mind, to let go of old belief systems, to see yourself as someone different, to see the plan as something different. Your plan, your goals, you're going to be seeing the plan as something different. You're going to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this, or I'm not doing this for this. I'm doing this for this. Everything is going to be changing, and you're really going to be able to see where you're being led. That's why you have to use your intuition, because it's not going to make sense. It makes sense to pick up an axe and practical tools to try to knock down this mountain, but you're being told to use your intuition to do it. So you really want to rely on your intuition right now. And again, we have signs. So you want to rely on your intuition to help you get that clarity that you need. We have vacation, so take a break if you need a break. We have to get back to the basics as well. So maybe take some time to clear your mind. We have It's up to you. So it's so important that you're able to remind yourself, let me take a break. Everything's happening as it needs to. This is divine timing. This is divine guidance. I don't have to know what's happening to know that God got me. I don't have to know what's going on to know that it's divinely guided, to know that, God has put everything together to happen as it needs to right now. So just know that and trust that, and let that be your strength, that even if it doesn't make sense to you, it makes sense to God, and it makes sense to your plan. So trust that. And again, we have older man. So we might have a storm warning. It might be an older man we may have some issues with, or there could be an older person in your life, a father figure, an uncle, even a partner, someone that represents you feeling like not taking action isn't enough. If you have people in your family that make you feel like, oh, well, if you're not actually doing it, then planning isn't enough, or dreaming isn't enough, or, well, what are you going to do? We know this is what you want to do, but what are you going to do right now? Ask yourself how those energies are affecting you. If there's some releasing that you need to do, if you need to let go of how some people feel about you, or making certain people proud to step into this new plan of action, then do it. This is a new way that you're going to be achieving your goals, and it's going to be so much easier. It's so much easier to just stay in a positive mindset and receive the messages from God, instead of trying to figure out what you need to do every single day to get what you're going to get anyway. It's kind of like if you're told on the 5th day all of the answers will come to you, but you don't believe it. So you spend every day just reading every book and exhausting yourself, only to wake up on the 5th day and have everything just pop up in front of you. It's like, wouldn't you rather chill and relax and prepare on day 1 through 4 instead of just make yourself crazy? That's what we're realizing right now. Like, instead of doing it my way, let me really do it God's way. Because doing it our way, sometimes we might feel like, oh, well, I've been praying about it. I've been manifesting. I'm doing it God's way. But are you really? Because God is telling us to be still and just wait. So are we really going to be able to do that? Clock it. Next, we have Starseed. What lights you up? What lights you up? The crumbling. What are you clinging to? So 2 questions. What lights you up, and what are you clinging to? And we have Inner Temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Inner Temple, tune into the portal of your heart. So get back and connect it with you. Figure out what you're clinging to and what lights you up. What makes you feel good? How are you feeling? What are you holding on to? What's blocking you? What's triggering you? What's making you feel good? What's making you feel bad? What's making you feel like what you're doing isn't enough? What's making you feel like you're doing too much? Really tap into you. This is a great time for meditation, for journaling, for prayer, for isolation, for talking to yourself. This is a great time to really look within and say, okay, what's happening for me? What's happening on the inside of me while I'm thinking about this, I'm planning this, I'm praying for this? Am I really believing it? What's popping up for me? What am I experiencing? How am I feeling overall? We also have trust. All is as it should be. And we have patience, through the darkness to the light. Trust and patience. Trust and patience. trust and patience. Again, all is as it should be, and through the darkness to the light. So very important. Remember, God has not forgotten about you. You're still on the right track, but it's more than being on the right track. You know, you're on a divinely guided course where everything is already predestined. God already knows the mistakes you're going to make. God already knows the insecurities you're going to face and what you have to be up against. All you have to do is keep trusting that you're right where you need to be. Even if you don't feel good, even if you have a bad day, every part of the journey isn't supposed to be good. You're not supposed to feel good every day. You know, like some days you're going to question yourself or second guess or not really feel your best, and it's normal. It's okay. But don't feel like you are, you know, completely off track and, oh my God, I'm never going to get it together because I had a bad day. Trust that it's happening as it's supposed to. And through the darkness to the light, patience. You have to go through the darkness to get to the light. That is going through the it's not the right time energy and taking action and knowing it's not the right time and being comfortable. And maybe that action is meditating and trusting the process and trusting God and looking for signs and just taking care of yourself while you're being ready for whatever is getting prepared. You know? We really want to make sure that we're being mindful of that, because we really have an opportunity right now to handle this storm warning differently. Because you have the chance now to prepare your patience, to prepare your trust, to prepare your intuition. Like everything that you're preparing right now is going to help you handle every conflict, every issue, every obstacle, every storm. Like think about what you're learning right now through the current storms that you're experiencing. Once you master how to weather these storms, please, you're going to be set for every storm that you're going to be coming into. That's going to be a result of this victory and this cornucopia that you're stepping into. Remember, you're about to get blessed. The floodgates are already about to open. If they haven't been opening already, they're about to open. So as these floodgates are opening, people say more money, more problems, more this, more that. It's very, very true. You're going to have to maintain these things. How are you going to maintain the job, the marriage, the new car, the new house, the $1 million budget? How are you going to maintain those things now? And as you work to maintain those things, you have to remember your purpose. You have to remember that, okay, I worked so hard to be here. I can't just give up because it's hard. I can't just give up because I'm not feeling myself. I have to do whatever I can to find my way back to me. So that looks like meditation, taking a break, being patient, you know, maybe taking a vacation like we had, doing whatever you need to so you don't lose sight of the goal. And the goal is never to abandon yourself for the pot of gold at the end. You know, the goal is to always experience the pot of gold with you. You don't want to abandon you to experience the success, because when you get there, you won't even be able to embrace it. You know, that's how so many people have the money, the fame, the everything. And they're like, I'm still incomplete, because they forgot about them along the way. They just focus on the practical. So this is about getting into the spiritual and emotional part of our journey. And I feel like we've been working on the practical all year round. You know, a lot of us have been establishing some great practical habits, and we know exactly what we want to do business-wise and money-wise and, you know, commitment-wise. But underneath the surface, how are we handling being patient? How are we handling trusting the process? How are we handling just believing that it's divine timing? How are we handling believing in ourselves? You know, that's going to be really important to put on the forefront. So when we do step into these new beginnings, we have the right mindset for it. So yes, guys, that is a message that you needed to hear right now. I hope this gave you what you needed. Let me know how you guys feel about this down below in the comment section. As always, if you guys want to book sessions with me one-on-one, get down below in the description box to see where you can tap into that. Also, you'll see all of my Instagrams as well, so you guys can get into the tea. I love y'all. I thank you guys for being here. I hope you appreciated this message, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bless.